Welcome back to our channel. Today we are covering AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate. To find the complete list of questions and answers, please go to the playlist link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe to our channel. Today's question is: a company recently created a disaster recovery site in different AWS regions. The company needs to transfer large amounts of data back and forth between NFS file systems in the two regions on a periodic basis. Which solution will meet these requirements with the least operational overhead? Option A: use AWS Data Sync. Option B: use AWS Snowball devices. Option C: set up an SFTP server on Amazon EC2. And option D: use AWS Database Migration Service. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is: a company is designing a shared storage solution for a gaming application that is hosted in the AWS cloud. The company needs the ability to use SMB clients to access data. The solution must be fully managed. Which AWS solution meets these requirements? Option A: create an AWS data sync task that shares the data as a mountable file system. Mount the file system to the application server. Option B: create an Amazon EC2 Windows instance, install and configure a Windows file share role on the instance. Connect the application server to the file share. Option C: create an Amazon FSx for Windows file server file system. Attach the file system to the origin server, connect the application server to the file system. And option D: create an Amazon S3 bucket, assign an IAM role to the application to grant access to the S3 bucket, mount the S3 bucket to the application server. And the correct answer is option C. Next question is: a company wants to run an in-memory database for a latency-sensitive application that runs on Amazon EC2 instances. The application processes more than lakh transactions each between and requires high network throughput. A solutions architect needs to provide a cost-effective network design that minimizes data transfer charges. Which solution meets these requirements? Option A: launch all EC2 instances in the same availability zone within the same AWS region. Specify a placement group with cluster strategy when launching EC2 instances. Option B: launch all EC2 instances in different availability zones within the same AWS region. Specify a placement group with partition strategy when launching EC2 instances. Option C: deploy an auto-scaling group to launch EC2 instances in different availability zones based on a network utilization target. And option D: deploy an auto-scaling group with a step scaling policy to launch EC2 instances in different availability zones. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is: a company that primarily runs its application servers on premises has decided to migrate to AWS. The company wants to minimize its need to scale its Internet Small Computer System interface storage on premises. The company wants only its recently accessed data to remain stored locally. Which AWS solution should the company use to meet these requirements? Option A: Amazon S3 File Gateway. Option B: AWS Storage Gateway Tape Gateway. Option C: AWS Storage Gateway Volume Gateway Stored Volumes. And option D: AWS Storage Gateway Volume Gateway Cached Volumes. And the correct answer is option D. Next question is: a company has multiple AWS accounts that use consolidated billing. The company runs several active high-performance Amazon RDS for Oracle on-demand DB instances for 90 days. The company's finance team has access to AWS Trusted Advisor in the consolidated billing account and all other AWS accounts. The finance team needs to use the appropriate AWS account to access the Trusted Advisor check recommendations for RDS. The finance team must review the appropriate Trusted Advisor check to reduce RDS costs. Which combination of steps should the finance team take to meet these requirements? Choose 2. Option A. Use the Trusted Advisor recommendations from the account where the RDS instances are running. Option B. Use the Trusted Advisor recommendations from the consolidated billing account to see all RDS instance checks at the same time. Option C. Review the Trusted Advisor check for Amazon RDS Reserve Instance Optimization. Option C. Review the Trusted Advisor check for Amazon RDS Idle DB instances. And option E. Review the Trusted Advisor check for Amazon Redshift Reserve Node Optimization. And the correct answer is option B and C. Next question is, a solutions architect needs to optimize the storage costs. The solutions architect must identify any Amazon S3 buckets that are no longer being accessed or are rarely accessed. Which solution will accomplish this goal with the least operational overhead? Option A. Analyze bucket access patterns by using the S3 storage lens dashboards for advanced activity metrics. Option B. Analyze bucket access patterns by using the S3 dashboards in the AWS Management Console. Option C. Turn on the Amazon CloudWatch bucket size bytes metric for buckets. Analyze bucket access patterns by using the metrics data with Amazon Athena. And option D. Turn on AWS CloudTrail for S3 object monitoring. Analyze bucket access patterns by using CloudTrail logs that are integrated with Amazon CloudWatch logs. And the correct answer is option A. Next question is, a company sells data sets to customers who do research in artificial intelligence and machine learning. The datasets are large, formatted files that are stored in an Amazon S3 bucket in the US East region. The company hosts a web application that the customer uses to purchase access to given dataset. The web application is deployed on multiple Amazon EC2 instances behind an application load balancer. After a purchase is made, customers receives an S3 signed URL that allows access to the files. The customers are distributed across North America and Europe. The company wants to reduce the cost that is associated with data transfers and wants to maintain or improve performance. What should a solutions architect do to meet these requirements? Option A. Configure S3 transfer acceleration on the existing S3 bucket. Direct customer requests to the S3 transfer acceleration endpoint. Continue to use S3 signed URLs for access control. Option B. Deploy an Amazon CloudFront distribution with the existing S3 bucket as the origin. Direct customer request to CloudFront URL. Switch to CloudFront signed URLs for access control. Option C. Set up a second S3 bucket in the EU Central 1 region with S3 cross-region replication between the buckets. Direct customer requests to the closest region. Continue to use S3 signed URLs for access control. And option D. Application. Modify the web application to enable streaming of the data sets to end users. Configure the web application to read the data from the existing S3 bucket. Implement access control directly in the application. And the correct answer is option B. Thank you.